All right, guys, we're going to talk about what happened last night. I just had to make a video. This is my first video doing this because I've seen so many comments talking about the performance of the main event, Hamzat. Yes, Khamzat. That's the whole point of this video. That's the whole reason we're making this video right now, is to talk about him, all right? Everybody's saying boring fest. Of course, everybody wants to see a knockout, especially if you're really drunk in the stadium. You just want to see that knockout. It's kind of gets flat when you're drunk and you're hyped up, all these people around you, and it's like a gladiator stadium, and you just see the gladiator tigers just laying on each other. All right, I understand that. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, if you weren't able to recognize this dude's freaking power, control, dominance within the first 5 seconds to a champion that people didn't even know he was going to win, let's be real. Did you know who was going to win? No. I mean, maybe you did. Maybe you're the 10% of people that knew Hamzat was going to win. Trust me, probably the biggest Hamzat fan, along with many other biggest Hamzat fans. And trust me, I've been watching him since his first battle. Because the first battle he even got, he was on YouTube Shorts being promoted. People knew his prowess. Anyways, let me calm it down. I'm sorry. Let me lower it down. I don't want to make this too long of a video. All I'm saying is that the whole reason I made this video is because everybody's talking about how slow and not slow, but like the fight was slow. He wasn't doing anything. All right. Those are the same people telling Khabib, you're the GOAT, man. Khabib's the best. All right. Khabib won like 40% of his fights the same way, and they were championship level fights. What's wrong with saving this brain power to two things? Get your money, get them UFC bucks, become champion, and hold that championship legacy and obtain it. Bro, Khabib is going to retire in the game, winning in life and winning in the cage. He's going to live a long life. You know how much damage he takes? Percentile compared to all the other fighters, compared to Nate Diaz? Bro, Nate Diaz is over 100% threshold. Khabib's like under the 35% threshold. Maybe even 20 and not 28. Let me calm it down. I'm getting too long. I'm getting too loud again. I'm sorry. I'm passionate about this because I'm not triggered by the people. I'm just like, dude, it's more about wanting them to see the greatness of Hamza, you know? It's more like, dude, you got to recognize, like, yeah, it was a slow fight, but bro, DDP was supposed to, he wasn't supposed to go out like that. Let's be real. If he was going to go out, he was probably going to go out in like a slug match or something, or like a submission. All right? I didn't know what I was saying, but I'm saying, DDP ain't no pushover, bro. He beat Adesanya, he beat all your favorite fighters, and you thought he was untouchable. You thought he was dude, DDP, bro. He beat my favorite Adesanya fighter. He beat my other favorite fighter, Sean Strickland. Yeah, he beat all these good fighters. Those are good fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? Those were really solid fighters, right? DDP went through them, right? So they're like, okay, what's going to happen with Hamzat? Right? Right? People thought oh, Hamzat, man, we don't know what's going to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he freaking annihilated him first 5 seconds in. DDP felt that power first 10 seconds. And he freaked out like a gazelle being attacked by a fucking tiger, by a lion. His own lion. He's a lion, right? He got attacked in the savannas, bro, by a fucking lion, another fucking hungry lion, and he was not ready for that. And you know what? Maybe he did. Maybe he did know this was gonna happen, and he was just like, "Fuck it, let me do the press conferences this week. Let me keep on, showing up to these events where I'm being invited to because I am the reigning world champion. Let me show up to these mandatory events just because I have the belt. They don't care who I am." That's the energy I got through Fight Week, through the embedded videos, the places he was going to do these interviews and pop up and, talk about, oh, I'm fighting in Chicago, all these Chicago newsletter journalists, podcasts, and all these interviews. You could tell, bro, they didn't need DDP. He's a good fighter, but he don't got that star power, bro. You know what I'm saying? We all know that, bro. He's a good fighter, but let's be real, bro. On interviews and all that. I guess during his pre-fight interviews, pre-fight press conferences, I feel like he got some good comeback jokes, though. He's funny, bro. I like his comebacks. I really love his comebacks, actually. They make people fucking fold. They make people cry at the press conference interview fights, right? He be making people cry, man. Don't get me wrong. He's cool, but he's not that star power guy. But all I'm saying is that when he was doing these interviews this week, shit, maybe he did know. Maybe he did know he was going to go down, bro. And he was just playing it off. But we don't know that. That's a whole nother conversation. I just came here to talk about the GOAT. The GOAT. I'm probably going to get so many like, bro, you think he's the GOAT? Type. I don't even care. I don't even care, bro. I just want this to reach like 10 people at least. I'm not going to lie. If it reached one person, I'd be like, why the hell did I make that video? I just want this to reach 10 people who think like, bro, that was a slow fight. Khamzat sucks. He's boring. Weren't you the same ones calling Khabib the GOAT? And like I said again, let me bring it up one more time. He won the exact same way his championship level fights. Khabib. He would smuggle you, man, like a bear, bro. Okay? We all know this. Okay, so before you go ahead and call Khamzat, like, bro, you're not that good. Like, we didn't even see you yet. Like, you didn't even prove nothing. Man, I guarantee you thought you didn't know what was going to happen before the fight happened. I guarantee you weren't 100% confident in DDP winning. But the fact that you didn't know who was going to win, and I'm talking to these specific people, the fact that you didn't know who was going to win, and then he wins like that with like 98% dominance. He was 98% accurate on his dominance to a champion of DDP's level, which is not fucking, he's not no pushover, bro. Okay? If you think he's boring, all right, man, you get in the cage with him, bro, for 25 minutes. 25 minutes and 5 seconds. Because after every round, he would get that extra second punch in. So it was a 25-minute and 5-second fight. All right?